Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sid, and today I'm going to solve LeetCode problem 4, median of two sorted arrays. Before jumping into the code, let us walk through a little bit of theory to try to understand what median is. So if you are given a list of digits in an unsorted order, so let's say 1, 2, 6, 3, 7, then in order to find a median, first of all we need to sort it. And after we sort it, we can say that the median is the center element. So in this case 3. Now in this example, it was easy to find the center element. But what if the number of elements in our list are even? In that case, we still sort it. However, we take the average of the center to element. So the average of 3 and 6 would be 4.5. Now for our example, we are given two lists, and fortunately for us, both of them are already in sorted order. So the one thing that comes to my mind is we can either concate both of these lists and then find and then resort them, because when we concate them, the new list that will form will be 10, 15, 20, 11, 16, 21, and 25. So that will be in an unsorted order, and so we will have to sort it and find the center element. Now we can do that, but a sorting of a list is n log n operation, where n is the length of the list, which is slightly time consuming. What we can rather do is we can compare each and every element and append the smaller element to a new list. So this is inspired by the merge sort algorithm. Let me explain you how we can do this. So first of all, we'll create a temporary empty list, and we'll have two markers. So one is shown by blue arrow and the other is shown by orange arrow. And we'll compare the numbers which are shown by these arrows. So first of all, we'll compare 10 and 11. Since 10 is less than 11, we will add 10 to our temporary list. And after we add it, we'll increment the position of the blue arrow. Now the number shown by blue arrow is 15 and by orange is 11. So we'll again compare those two. And we see that 11 is less than 15. So we should add 11 to our temporary list and increment the position of orange arrow. Next, comparison between 15 and 16. So we should add 15 and increment the position of blue. Comparison between 16 and 20. So we should add 16. Next, we are comparing 20 and 21. So we should, of course, we should add 20 and increment the position of 20 blue. Now what we see over here that the number of items in our list 1 are already accounted for in our temporary list, because the blue arrow has gone out of bounds, like it is out of this list. So in that case, we already know that all the numbers in this particular list would be appended at the end of it. So we can simply grab all the numbers over here and add it at the end. Now we have a list in which all the numbers are in sorted order. Going back to the definition of median, median is the center element if the number of elements in the list are odd. So in this case, like 7, so the center element, oops, sorry, would be 16. However, had there been like even number of elements, then we would have just taken the average of the center 2. Now let us jump to the code and see how we can do it in Python. So we start by creating a temporary list. I am calling it L. We have these two markers I and J. They denote the blue arrow and the orange arrow. And then we loop over until one of the lists has we loop over until one of the markers goes out of bound. So initially we compare the zeroth index of nums1 because the I is 0 and j is also 0. So we'll compare both of them and we'll append the smaller item if the number in the if for over here like 1 is less than 10, so we'll append 1 to the list. Uh, and we'll keep on doing this until one of the arrow marks is out of bounds. And after that, what we can do is we can simply grab the rest of the elements in the other list and add it to a temporary list. So now our temporary list would look something like 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12. So over here, at least in this example, what we have is this an even number of elements. It is possible that the input might have like this like odd number of elements. So what should we do is the first of all we should find the center number. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Um, what we should also do after that is if the length of the temporary list, if it's even, so this is just a check to make sure this is just a simple check to make sure if the length is even. In that case, we need to find the average of the center two elements and return it. If it is not, then it will not go into this if condition and we should just return the center element. Let's try to submit it. Okay, perfect. So it works for this example. Now, just a fair warning, we are given an additional constraint that the time complexity should be O of log m plus n. Now, the time complexity of this solution is O of m plus n because we are looping over the list 1 and list 2. Perfect. So this solution is still accepted by LeetCode. However, it runs quite slowly as compared to the other ones that are expected by it. I'll soon create a second part of this video in which I'll explain how we can do this in much more faster way using binary search. So stay tuned. Um, please do tell me how do you find this video? Is there anything else that I can do to make it better? Are there any other questions that you would like me to solve? Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you.